Marouane Fellaini was always off to a bad start at Manchester United, having been the player that David Moyes signed on transfer deadline day for more than his actual release clause, which expired a few weeks previously, after we failed to sign Cesc Fabregas. And he didn't get off to the best of starts, did he? Under the whole Moyes reign, Fellaini was just bad. There's no other real way to describe it. He was not the Fellaini that used to dominate us at Everton, and nothing really changed under Louis van Gaal that much. There was a fleeting period, I think for 4 or 5 games, where he scored his first goal, went on to score against Man City in the derby. Fellaini was starting to look like a player. That lasted for about 5 games, and then Fellaini disappeared and became that player who was more of a hindrance than an asset to the team. Every time he got brought on, you think, oh, here comes Fellaini again. He started too often in midfield. He got used in the wrong way. Now we look at the start of Jose Mourinho's time in charge, and Fellaini has arguably been our man in the match for the last 2 games, especially that Southampton game for Paul Pogba's debut. Not that he outshone Paul Pogba, because Pogba was phenomenal, but he very much enabled Pogba to have the game he had, because Fellaini was extremely disciplined in midfield, had over 95% pass completion for the 2nd game in succession, and it showed me a different side to Fellaini that I hadn't seen before at Man United. And I wanted to ask you, have we all been wrong about Marouane Fellaini? Now, Fellaini previously, I think at the very start of his United career, did say he wanted to be a defensive midfielder. That felt like it was his more natural position. But he never really got used in that role. And when he did, let's be honest, he was shit. I always thought that Fellaini was better suited in a number 10 role, more attacking, bringing the ball into him, controlling it, bringing other players into play. But look, Jose Mourinho has used him in a central midfield role in the last 2 matches, and he has looked very, very good. I don't think it should be overlooked or ignored, because I'll be the first to slate Fellaini when he has a shit game. But you've got to congratulate him and look at him when he's playing very, very well. And it's the discipline that's got me more than anything, because Fellaini he's all about elbows, he's all about mistimed tackles, but he's shown a really, really focused, concentrated side to his game that I think Mourinho has brought out of him. And something that Mourinho said when he was asked about why Fellaini is playing so well, he hinted that during the summer he simply called Fellaini and said, look, you're part of my plans. And that phone call could have had a mental switch and a mental effect on Fellaini, which has contributed to how he's playing right now. Because, he didn't play well at Euro 2016. I considered him to be one of the first players he was going to be sold, guaranteed he wasn't playing for United next year under Mourinho. And I think a lot of fans thought that as well. And to credit Fellaini, he's absorbed all that criticism, fair criticism. Let's not say that it was overarching, because it was deserved a lot of the time. But he deserves praise when it's due as well, just the same as when Rooney plays bad, I'll say he plays bad. But when he plays well, you praise him, the same with any other player. But let me know in the comments below what you think about Fellaini. Have we been wrong about Fellaini? Have we been overly harsh about him? Has he got a future at Man United, that we've just been using our preconceptions and how he's played previously and written him off, when maybe he's going to turn it around under Mourinho? I mean, I'll be perfectly honest and say it doesn't really matter how well Fellaini plays. I don't want him to be a starting central midfielder for us. When we've got Schneiderlin and Herrera in the squad, I think they offer far more than Fellaini does. But maybe as a defensive midfielder, he can serve a purpose this year. And it's all about a squad game. I mean, Mourinho's already said that every player is going to play in September, and there's certain players, such as Schneiderlin, who haven't really got a look in so far. But Fellaini, to his absolute credit, has shown me a different side to him that I didn't really think existed. I thought it was all elbows, all blonde afros, and no real substance. But he's shown a nice, disciplined side to his game that could potentially see him become a real good player underneath Mourinho. I mean, as I said, let me know in the comments below whether you think that is even possible. But maybe the Fellaini that we've seen over the last 3 years has disappeared, and this is going to be a new look Belgian powerhouse Fellaini, more towards the one that dominated us when he was at Everton, albeit in a different position. Drop a like on the video as always, everybody. We've just hit 12,000 subscribers. I'm not going to do a big subscriber video, but thank you every single one of you that subscribed. It means so much. And if you want to get involved, just drop us a comment. We want to get all of you involved as much as possible. Subscribe to United People's TV if you're new, and we'll see you all very, very soon.